Sabah everybody and welcome back to the channel. Today I want to share with you guys my experience of checking out the Ebeam Smartmarker. It's a new thing that will enable us to turn any whiteboard into a smartboard, and all of that is using the Smartmarker by Ebeam. And it's a nice interesting technology that's portable, but not only that, gives us the ability to share, customize, and collaborate using a whiteboard. That's something new. So hopefully I sparked your interest. Let's go ahead and check it out. And I want to say thank you very much to Ebeam for allowing me to check out this box. But let's not waste any time. Let's check out the Smartmarker. The Ebeam Smartmarker, it's made by a company called Luidia. It's basically a portable whiteboard capture and real-time sharing from any flat surface. So you're not really limited to a smartboard or a whiteboard, but it's the easiest way to kind of give you guys an analogy, as we all use them at school. We can definitely download the application. It's called the Ebeam Marker. Software is available on the Mac app, the Mac Store, Apple Store, Google Play, and Windows 7. The only thing we need to make sure with the requirement of the version of the operating system, iOS has to be 8.0 or higher, macOS has to be 10.9 or higher, Android 4.4 or higher, and Windows 7 or higher. Some of the main applications and what we can do with it, again, it's just a flat surface. As long as it's a flat surface and you're able to mount it. Now, it is magnetic, and I'll show you guys what I mean, but the main benefit here essentially is that they provide us with the options to be able to mount this on multiple areas. So you can use a glass board, a whiteboard, a clipboard, everything will work. The other thing is you can actually collaborate with multiple people in different locations. The last thing I want to mention to you guys, it does actually have onboard memory, so you're able to put up to 20,000 pages. It turns any service up to 240 centimeters by 150, basically 8 feet by 5 feet into a basically smart board. You can edit your text. You can either edit it by moving it. It also has some type of an OCR technology where it takes handwriting over into bold text. Last but not least, you can use any marker with this. They do have an included marker here. The system is very portable. It does come in this clear carrying case. You just basically push a little bit of pressure here and you can open it up. We have the Bluetooth adapter, or basically the Ebeam adapter for the PC. You can plug this to a Windows PC only. The other thing here is we have the base station with the sensors. So it is magnetic here. So if you ever have this, let's say, mounted on a wall, it will sit. It's not going to drop. The marker carrier also is magnetic to the top, and it uses a micro USB charging port at the bottom. They do provide us with a cable to connect it. It does charge, and there is an LED indicator at the top here, as well as here, to tell us when it is fully charged. The one thing about the marker carrier, just want to mention to you guys, it actually pops from the top, and then it takes the tip at the bottom, and you can just insert any marker that you guys have. And then this becomes your new marker, and you can see there's a little bit of blue there. I've been using it with a blue marker. And then when you're done, you just put it back in, station it, and this stops being loose. And again, you can just carry this with you, put it in your backpack. It's very easy, very portable actually, from a sense of just carriers. And this is really all you need to start using this. And you can connect via Bluetooth or use the adapter to be able to get it running. The next thing we have is an extended long cable, USB type A to micro USB. This is also used to, if you want to use this with the PC directly, you can connect it directly into the unit and then transfer data from it. Of course, you have the ability of, just reading the entire manual gives you instructions on how to be able to use this really, really cool system. I'm going to show you guys how to do a demo with that. They include some metal 3M tape, so we can actually mount this on a surface that is not magnetized. And of course, the bottom part is just the casing. There's some more information again about the distance of the actual markers, the type of markers you can use, and the collaboration tools. So they provide help everywhere. You're not going to lose the information. And again, just this tells you, you can put the actual dongle in a PC. And of course, once you connect this, which is the surprising part, it syncs up super fast. In this box, they do provide us with one sharper. This is one of the export sharpers. It's a black Sharpie, and of course, a universal plugs to be able to charge this with a brick. The last thing provided in the box is the Ebeam Smart Eraser. It works the same way as the marker, except it does the opposite. So they provide us with some pads to actually be able to erase things on the whiteboard, magnetic strips to be able to mount this, as this is magnetic. You'll notice they're there. And then of course it is battery powered, so you just need to pop the top off. They provide us with the battery needed for it, and you can just put in one AA battery and you're pretty much set. To get everything connected, you just turn on the base station. There's a power button right there located, and again you can switch between memory and Bluetooth. Right now I'm using Bluetooth as I'm connecting to my PC. I have plugged in the actual dongle to my Windows PC. It's a Windows 10 PC. You'll notice there's a green button, and a green light, and a blue light. The blue light is that everything is connected via Bluetooth. I did insert my marker in here. Once you insert it, the little cap becomes very nice. And again, once you have it in, it's easy to just insert, take in and take out. Just as a heads up, the marker will not work on the PC being recognized unless you actually have a marker in here. So you can't use this empty, because there's a sensor here that actually, whenever it's pushed, it's when it starts reading. Last but not least, I put in the battery, and you'll notice here as I'm moving, the flashing light moves. So the eraser is working, the marker is working, and the base station is set up. Let me show you guys real quick how the PC side looks like before we start doing the demo. So on the PC side, I did this demo before. Please, you know, no big offers for art pieces. This is definitely just me trying to practice. But the main benefit here is that you can see here the base station shows the battery life. We also see that the actual marker level is pretty high. We have the notebook. We actually have the ability of having people join us. So this is the Ebeam Smartmarker application. You can download it for all. Again, it works with iOS, Android, Mac, and Android, as well as your PC. You have the ability of opening files, editing them, view, as well as meetings. You can say invite and join, send in Evernote, Dropbox, OneNote, and sync settings, memory, which is memory on the actual unit, board size. This is what you would use to be able to customize it. It's a simple process. You position the actual marker, select which way you did position it. So if you're using it at the top, you put it there, and then using the smart marker, you would just push one side on the top left and one time at the bottom right. And it actually does have some limitations, so you cannot have a board that is too small. It does need some distance, so please try it out, and then you'll be able to see which ones work for you. And then once you reset it, it actually will adjust to the screen size. As far as the actual system settings here, you can just general, meeting, servers if you're going to be running one. You have the ability of basically the pen tool, which gives you the ability of writing, so you can actually annotate in the meeting. So if somebody's writing here, you can go in there and do things like that. Of course, you don't have to if you don't want to. Let me just undo these things. Actually, let's go into the selection tool, which is the next thing I'd like to see. So here's the lasso tool, and what I can do here is I can select what I want, and what it'll do here is, let's go here, see if it'll select it for me. Yeah. I can actually delete things like that. So even though I wanted it, so notice right now it selected everything. I don't want to select that. So I'm just going to do here, do a selection. This is the last thing I added, and we just removed it. Of course, I can use the same selection tool and then go in all the way up here, and then, well, we'll do it one more time. I actually clicked one more time by mistake. And then you can actually select things right there, and we can move it, we can shape it. And the cool part about it is I can actually go back. Let's say I select somewhere else and I just want to move the tree. So I can select this portion of the actual thing, and then you notice it removed it from the bed or in the actual house. So very nice, very easy. And again, people joining you on in the meeting can do some of these things. But let me show you guys how it actually captures right on a standard whiteboard. Very easy to set up, very easy to use. I like the way that it's pre-configured, and it's basically just kind of like open up, set up, and just use. It works with different size boards. You do have the ability of resizing, as I showed you guys. And with the demo that I showed you guys on the whiteboard, it was very simple. It's easy just to basically, you plug it in, turn it on, and you're ready to go. So if you have to get into a meeting, to a classroom, or if you just want to have your kids or your siblings basically display on something, and you can actually capture their art. Because again, it captures everything that's on the screen, that it's actually drawn on the board. So it's really cool, and it's pretty accurate as far as the configuration. And you can, as I mentioned to you guys, you can definitely resize the size of the actual board by just going through the options on the application on your PC. Other than that, let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Like and subscribe as usual. This is definitely a unique thing. I haven't reviewed things like this before, but I was very interested in it because of the way the tech works. It works with Android, it works with iOS, Mac, or PC, and it just gives you the ability to capture what's on the board. And not only that, collaborate with people across the world, just to be able to basically be A, productive, but B, in a really nice interface, and it brings in just basically a standard whiteboard and turns it into a smart board. Like and subscribe as usual. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below, and I'll see you guys in the next video.